Hey, how you doing, family? Alright, welcome to another edition of Million Economic News. Alright, on this kind of a gloomy day out here, I just got off work and I just wanted to let you know about some more information, so let's get it started. Alright, family. On Friday, everybody got excited about the futures, about the stimulus package being passed by the House. It was the Senate version. The Senate rejected the House version, and the Senate sent over to the House their version, and the House passed it, and President Trump signed it. All right, everybody got excited about the stimulus money they're going to be getting, but family, hidden behind that, there was another storyline that people should be paying attention to. All right, so that stimulus money also is going to be used to bail out some of the big banks. All right, starting with the CFTC, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. They came out in a news conference and announced that they will be bailing out Capital One. Capital One is one of the biggest banks in the country. It's not in the top 6, but it's in the top 15. I think it's around number 11. The top big banks in the country. Okay, they're gonna bail them out because of the drop in oil price over the last month. Oil has dropped 50%. All right, as I reported, I think about yesterday, oil is about $20 a barrel, and they continue to drop. And I just got home from work, so I haven't had a chance to check the markets yet. All right, family. So I'll be updating that tonight. All right, family. But once again, through all the fanfare of the stimulus package being signed, everybody gets signed by checks. The CFTC, the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, announced they will be bailing out Capital One. All right, Capital One is one of the 15 big banks in the country. It's about around number 11. Also, and if you haven't noticed that, family, the big 6 banks in the U.S. That is Bank of America, J.P. Morgan Chase, Citi, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo. All right, there's I think there's one. Then it could be more than that. I think I just forgot about it. But there are some of they're the big banks in the country. Okay, they're all screaming and hollering for a bailout too. These are the same banks that all came out and said they need a bailout in 2008. What do they need another bailout for? Why do they need taxpayer money? They need bailouts money because they're hedging their bets. All right, family. They need money because their debts are being called in, and they all need money to try to save themselves. Or it could be something what I know is more sinister. They're greedy, and they all got their hands out begging for more taxpayer money to enrich themselves. All right, family. The airline industries are not hurting. All right, the big banks are not hurting. All right, they never paid back any of the money. Y'all claim that we're gonna give it back. No, they're gonna send it to the taxpayers and lending and everything. No, they kept most of that money for themselves, and they placed bets with that money. They didn't give anybody loans, did grants or anything else. They just gave it out all for themselves. All right, family. All right, so we're gonna switch topics overseas. All right, I got another one from this is from CryptoPotato.com. CryptoPotato.com website. All right, Russia will stop buying gold, but will sell it internationally. All right, family. This is really big. Russia and the eastern countries have been buying gold for decades now. They've been buying up at cheap prices. What they've been doing, see, the Russians use the ruble, the Chinese use the yuan, the Japanese use the yen. All right. They've been buying gold. They've been taking their money, buying U.S. currency, and then buying gold and silver in U.S. currency, which at the time and it's till now it is still relatively cheap to buy it. They've been accumulating this while the Western world has been selling gold, or they've been stealing and hoarding it to the elites. So now with this announcement, family, do your research on this, family. With this announcement, that means that they've accumulated enough gold, the Russians have, to go ahead and say, all right, we can take control of the gold market. The Chinese have taken control of the Shanghai gold market. They took it away, and you can say almost by force, and now they will set the price of gold. The Western elites won't be able to charge cheap prices anymore. So if this is true, family, expect all of a sudden one day to jump up and see a gold price in dollars to quadruple in price. And we all know when gold goes up, silver goes up. The true ratio of silver to gold is about 8. It's about for every 1 ounce of gold, it should take 8 ounces of silver. So about 8 ounces of silver should buy you 1 ounce of gold. So think about it. If you got a $10,000 gold price for cost $10,000 to buy 1 ounce of gold, you're looking at in between about, and you say you need 8 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold, between $1,300 and $1,400 per ounce of silver. Right now, you can get silver, I say about around, depending on what you're buying, anywhere between, let's say about It's about between $17 to $30. And that's because they do markup. Sometimes the spot price is a markup. But think about that, family. Going from that low of a price to between $1,300 and $1,400 for an ounce, 1 ounce of silver. All right, family. I urge you, family, get ready. Please get ready. All right, family. All right, and we're going to continue with going overseas. All right, family. This is from naharnet.com. NARARNET.com. In Lebanon, we went over this before about Lebanese Eastern capital controls. Okay, it's gotten worse over there. All right, Lebanon banks that hold have halted dollar withdrawals. All right, the Lebanese use the pound. They use the pound, but most of the people go over there and they have dollar accounts in there, U.S. dollar accounts. All right. Their major airport in Beirut has been closed and not scheduled to open back up until April 12th. That's what the officials are claiming over there. All right. And since that international airport is closed in Beirut, they haven't been able to get dollars into the country. So they've halted all dollar transactions in the country. That is Lebanon, folks. All right. Lebanon went through a brutal 15-year civil war from 1975 to 1990. And they've been through government strikes for about 2 months since October of last year. All right, family. This is really big. They've already instituted capital controls. Now you cannot even get dollars anymore. All right. And the ratio from the Lebanese pound to the dollar is about 1,507 Lebanese pounds to $1 U.S. dollar. So $1 U.S. dollar can get you 1,507 pounds. All right, that's just what they use in the normal. The black market rate over there is growing at about 2,700 Lebanese pounds to $1. All right, family. All right. Then we're going to end this topic with our final story for right now, family. This has just come out. The Federal Reserve has opened up its 7th liquidity facility to supply U.S. dollars overseas. All right, family. We've been over this before on this channel, family. We broke this news. All central banks are run by the same entity, and they all are lending to each other. With the Federal Reserve opening up just a facility to lend money overseas, that lets you know they're trying to stop a dollar squeeze and keep every other central bank around the world liquid, so they can continue lending money. All right. This is helicopter money. All it's going to do, you keep flooding the market with dollars. Guess what? That devalues the dollar. This is so that the U.S. can try to keep holding on to the world's reserve currency. All right, family. Remember, paper currency is only backed up by what people believe that it is real. Once the people stop believing in it, it's worthless. It's fiat currency and it's worthless anyway. All right. The ink that's printed on that piece of paper is actually worth more than the paper. All right, family. All right. I want to thank you for joining me for this edition of Melanin Economic News. All right, family. I'll see you at 10 to 15 in the darkness. All right, family. Let's get it started.